Welcome to a rainy day, Sunday edition of Common Sense Crypto, where I've done nothing all day except play video games and do some digging for Moneygram news. And of course, I find stuff that I don't see anywhere else, and it's got me wanting to not pay any bills. I think I just want to put all my money on Moneygram because Riverton Roll, which I've never heard of, I kind of breezed through this site a few minutes ago. Seems like they got a lot of stuff on here that I've never heard or never seen. I may have to keep an eye on this thing. I like finding new information sources all the time to make me feel good about my investments. But let's read through some of this. MAA Capital Management purchased a new position in MoneyGram International during the fourth quarter. According to its most recent 13F filing with the SEC, the firm purchased 12,285 shares of the financial service provider stock, valued at approximately $26,000. Several other large investors also recently bought and sold shares of MGI. Emerald Mutual Fund Advisors Trust bought a new position in shares of MoneyGram International in the third quarter worth $2,485,000. Millennium Management LLC lifted its holdings in shares of MoneyGram International by 140% in the third quarter. Millennium Management now owns 319,526 shares of the financial services provider stock, valued at $1.271 million. After purchasing an additional 186,526 shares in the last quarter, Teton Advisors Incorporated lifted its holdings in shares of MoneyGram International by 7.3% in the third quarter. Teton Advisors Incorporated now owns 624,000 shares of the financial services provider stock, valued at $2,484,000, after purchasing an additional 42,500 shares in the last quarter. Man, there's a lot here. Cetera Advisor Networks LLC bought a new stake in shares of MoneyGram International in the third quarter, valued at about $96,000. Finally, Barclays PLC lifted its holding in shares of MoneyGram International by 37.9% in the third quarter. Barclays PLC now owns 74,711 shares of the financial services provider stock, valued at $298,000. After purchasing an additional 20,528 shares in the last quarter, institutional investors and hedge funds own 61.84% of the company's stock. All right, we blasted through that, but here's what I find real interesting. Why is all this money rolling into MoneyGram? I'm going to tell you why. Because these people know what's coming. They're going to use MoneyGram as a hub, obviously. All these companies don't invest, they don't buy stock in other companies unless there's a reason for it. Unless they plan on making a big chunk of change off of it, or if there's some sort of takeover going to happen and they're going to get bought out. They could just be getting a position on the company so they could take advantage of the buyout and get more money for their shares. Something real interesting here, Barclays PLC. If that's related to the same Barclays that does the ratings on MoneyGram, it's kind of weird because Barclays I see all the time shows MoneyGram as a hold. They don't show it as a buy. But if this has something to do with the same company, then they're out here buying shares, which that'll tell you something right there. If you have an influence and you tell people to hold instead of buy, it keeps the price low so you can increase your position. It's the oldest trick in the book, and it could be happening. I wouldn't put it past anyone. These are humans running these companies, and they could enron something at any time. Let's see what this other part of this article is about. Oh, well, this is some more good information. Yeah, this is the same stuff I've been seeing. A number of analysts have recently commented on MGI shares. Value Engine upgraded MoneyGram International from a hold rating to a buy rating in a report on Tuesday, February the 4th. Northland Securities lowered their target price on MoneyGram International from $6 to $3.50 and set an outperform rating on the stock research report on Wednesday. January the 15th. Finally, Zacks Investment Research downgraded MoneyGram International from a hold rating to a strong sell rating and set a $275 target price on the stock in a research report on Friday, January 17th. Two equities research analysts have rated the stock with a sell rating. One has issued a hold rating and two have issued a buy rating to the stock. The stock currently has an average rating of hold and a consensus price target of $325. Now here's what's interesting about that. You could still buy MoneyGram shares for cheaper than what they're saying the rating is, even though they're calling it a sell. I don't know how you rate MoneyGram at $2.75 rated as a sell whenever if that's your target price, $2.75, and then you rate it as a sell. How is that a sell whenever a week and a half ago the thing was $2 even? I mean, who wouldn't want to make, a third of their money on top of what they put in? That's just crazy. It makes no sense. Let's see if we got anything else useful in here. In related news, insider Ripple Labs Inc. bought 626,600 shares of the stock in a transaction that occurred on Friday, November the 22nd. I don't think I've heard about this. I didn't know that Ripple had bought more stock in MoneyGram. The shares were acquired at an average price of $4.10 per share, so that was part of their contract. So Ripple must believe that MoneyGram's about to take off. Otherwise, they wouldn't have paid $4 a share for MoneyGram because it's at $2 at that time. With a total value of $2,569,060. Following the completion of the transaction, the insider now owns 6,237,523 shares in the company, valued at a really big number, like 25, almost 26 million. The transaction was disclosed in a filing with Securities and Exchange Commission, which is accessible through this link. Also, major shareholders Thomas H. Lee Advisors LLC sold 30,000 shares of MoneyGram International in a transaction dated Monday, December 9th. The shares were sold at an average price of $234 for a total value of $70,000 and some change. The disclosure for this sale can be found here. That's a link. 45.7% of the stock is currently owned by insiders. Wow, half of it almost. More information I did not know. I hope this is all true. Let's see what they got going on down here. Not very useful to me. I think that's about it. Yeah, man, this is crazy. If this is all true, you absolutely have to buy MoneyGram shares. Even Ripple's buying MoneyGram shares. And Ripple runs XRP. It runs most of the XRP. If you believe in XRP, like I've said many times over and over again, if you believe in XRP, then MoneyGram is something you have to believe in also, because they're the same thing. They're in the same boat. They complement each other, and they're going to make each other successful. But I'm going to cut this off. That's all I got. I wanted to try to keep it real short. I usually don't read through things like that because most of it's garbage and just opinions. But this article I actually like because it's just a bunch of stuff laid out there all in a row. And you can get it out there, all of it all at one time. And if all of it's true, MoneyGram's about to moon the stock. That many companies don't buy shares of another company without there's something going on. Like I said last time, where there's smoke, there's fire. Common Sense Crypto. Subscribe to my channel. I need some help. Like and subscribe. Ring the bell. Common Sense Crypto out.